Cover the children's eyes. Those are drag queens on stage with Lizzo, who many folks who hate drag queens also don't like her either. Pretty simple, straightforward. She's there in Nashville performing, and she brought out several drag queens to help her celebrate or perform for the audience. And now, I guess, it's a problem. She also made a statement about all the things that are going on, specifically why she's in Tennessee in the first place, considering all the laws that they're passing over hate. Let's watch that.
In light of recent and tragic events and current events, I was told by people on the internet, cancel your shows in Tennessee, don't go to Tennessee. And we don't have to go there personally. Their reason was valid. But why would I not come to the people who need to hear this message the most? The people who need to feel this release the most? Why would I not create a safe space in Tennessee where we can celebrate drag entertainers and celebrate our differences and celebrate fat black women? What people are doing in Tennessee is giving hope. So thank you so much for standing up for your rights, protecting each other, and holding the people accountable who should be protecting us.
I love it. Lizzo continues to ruffle feathers of folks who are acting like they actually give a damn about taking people out or whatever it is that they say their morals are when it comes to this type of legislation of hate. It's all about gaining more power, but she's not afraid to point these things out. She was also playing the flute. You guys remember, I think it was the Library of Congress. She was allowed to play, I can't remember which one of the early American founding fathers' flutes it was. But she continues to do whatever the hell she wants, as a matter of fact, given these opportunities. And I love it. One of those folks that's very upset about this is Matt Walsh. And again, I can't even say he's serious here. This is his like standard response to things. And he says, throw her in jail because of these laws that they've been passing in Tennessee about drag shows. So throw her in jail. See what happens then. Here's some of the things in this bill that Matt Walsh is apparently in support of versus humans dancing on stage to an audience that wants to see them dancing and singing on stage. Yes, that's the problem. This anti-drag bill, informally known as the Tennessee Drag Ban, was signed into law at the beginning of March by Governor Bill Lee. It aims to restrict, quote, adult cabaret performances on public property so as to shield them from the view of children, threatening violators with a misdemeanor and repeat offenders with a felony. How generic of a bill is that? From the view of children. Last month, Tennessee State Senator Jack Johnson told CNN that the bill was not meant to target drag performances or transgender people, but, quote, simply puts age restrictions in place to ensure that children are not present at sexually explicit performances. A federal judge in Tennessee also temporarily blocked this implementation, stating that the ban may be unconstitutional. Just maybe, Burbank. It just might be unconstitutional. But to continue to push and put pressure on this, Lizzo showed up, did this show, and maybe some folks are pulling their hair out. And the others that aren't are probably beginning to realize, yo, this is something we've been trying to push, maybe to really working out. I doubt the second option, though.
My favorite part about this story is when Lizzo says, they were telling me don't come to Tennessee because of everything that's going on in Tennessee. But of course, I'm going to Tennessee. It's important that I do so. These are the exact people that need this performance and this message tonight. That is huge because a lot of our politics, and especially liberals, are guilty of this. There's a lot of don't go to the South, bad things happen in the South, sort of ascribing the worst politicians that we have as the entirety of our culture and the people that live down here. That's not at all the case. The South is gerrymandered probably more than in many other places in the country because of the history here. I wouldn't say that everybody in New York City is like Mayor Eric Adams. So don't ascribe the characteristics of the politicians here to the people living here. We're not our politicians. To think that the South is uneducated or not progressive or not accepting of people who like to wear drag or who are transgender, it's so dismissive. And it's so absolutely not the case and not true. So that's my favorite part about this story is Lizzo sending that message, which is sort of under the larger narrative here.
Yeah, very true. Because this is the thing. We've heard folks that watch the show, and I'm sure it's everywhere, just in general, as people post how they're like, I'm a there's a blue circle in the middle of a red sea. I'm out here, and I'm happy to see that someone thinks like me. And we've had more opportunities for folks to be able to voice that and actually see folks that think differently because of the expanded access to information and also just discussions around it. And that's where they're losing. It's why authoritarian countries limit people's internet access and make sure they can get on this side and that side, especially young folks. Again, you talk about the gerrymandering of some of these states, but also the way that they're barring folks from being in positions to see and get certain information. Book bans, obviously, but as if, we can't read books outside of in paper versions, but still in doing those types of things as well. So they have to keep coming for more people's rights to make sure folks don't understand what's happening and then react accordingly. Hopefully more artists do this. And we'll see if they have the backbone to see if they can continue pushing this type of stuff. Again, I guess Matt Walsh didn't realize that they suspended that rule for now. So it's just a matter of a clout chase for him at that point.